Hello, everybody. My name's Peter. Today, I hope you're all doing well. We're using glow ink again today and a glass dip pen, which I think the most difficult part of these glass dip pens must be. I still don't know anything about glass making, but I think it must be the tips of the pens because you got to make all these weird little ridges, and sometimes they twirl them about. I'm just not sure. Anyways, this one's really cool. I'm using a black light or a ultraviolet light, and it glows and it's pretty. But then I had this thought in the shower, I think it was, to use I had a whole pad of I was about to say wax paper. It's tracing paper. It's a little very similar to wax paper actually, and you can and basically I'm starting at the back of the pad, and after I draw on each page of the wax paper, I flip one page forward, and so the drawing as I go, I'm drawing on top of it, and it kind of fades away into the behindness. I don't think that's a word, but it fades away behind itself, and you get the idea. That's a cool concept. This felt very unpolished. It could work without glow ink too, but I think it looks cool with glow ink. The glow ink is very runny. I think it's because it's alcohol-based ink. I think it is, anyways. I'm saying I think a lot. I don't actually think about that stuff. I feel like if I had actually thought about this more, I might have actually gotten closer to knowing for sure. I wonder, without actually ever coming to any helpful conclusions. But this stuff is very runny, and it draws very big, thick, bold lines on this tracing paper, much thicker and bolder lines than on any other paper I've ever used it on before. Maybe it's just also absorbent. I never really thought of tracing paper as being very absorbent before, but maybe it's because you're supposed to be using it for something else. I don't know. But how are you guys doing? Sorry, I got distracted by the drawing. I'm sorry, I didn't even see you guys sitting right there. Some of you, I guess, are holding a phone in your hand and watching. Some of you, I see at least one person holding an iPad. You're on the laptop in your bed there, and you're just doing the good old-fashioned sitting at the computer at the desk. Who's in a library? I remember going to the library, the public library, to use the computers there, and I didn't go there to use the computers, but sometimes I did use the computers while I was there because we were somehow fortunate enough to have a computer at home. But the computers at the library were, first of all, sometimes those very weirdly shaped, colorful, half see-through Macintoshes. So they were appealing to me for that reason. We didn't have one of those. We had an old Windows, like a Windows 3.1 or something. But they also had these fun point-and-click puzzle games that I really liked. And I would point and click for a while. I don't know how my mom put up with us staying at the library for long enough for me to actually get very far in those games. I feel like I sat there for hours, but it was probably really only like 30 minutes. Probably really was. Did anyone else ever play that game Math Blaster? I'm not sure if that game ever really provided me with more of a basic math education or just general frustration. It directed towards math because it would rush you through solving these problems before things happen in the game. You got to type out the solutions to addition, subtraction later on, maybe probably multiplication, division problems. You got to type them out to get through the levels quicker. It just made me hate math more because my little character would get hurt or die or something. I don't remember. You had to solve puzzles. Oh yeah, it was called Math Blaster in Search of Spot. I think that was the guy's little alien friend or something. Most of you are probably too young, which it feels weird to be able to start saying that. I'm not an old guy. I'm not. I'm still young and in my prime. Okay, I'm 27. I'll keep saying I'm young until I'm not in my 20s anymore. I feel comfortable with that. And when I hit my 30s, it'll just be doom and gloom and hee-hawing from there on out about how old and crotchety I am. You know how people do, talking about how old they are all the time when they're still in the first half of their lives, probably. But that's all I've got. All right, goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. My upstairs neighbors are starting to vacuum now. I can hear their vacuum. Okay, goodbye. Hope you're having a good day.